Hello, beautiful people. I am filming this video to remind you that you are not free Wi-Fi, so stop letting everyone connect to you without a password. Your energy is a privilege. Not everyone deserves it. Your presence is a privilege. So please, gatekeep it. What do we think about when we say gatekeeping? Oh, I am gatekeeping this mascara because if everyone's gonna learn about it, it's gonna be sold out. You don't want this. You don't want this mascara for everyone. You want to have this for yourself. Why are you gatekeeping this song? Because it's so good that something about it feels so intimate and special to you that you don't want to share it with everyone, because you don't want this song to become just a common random music notes and lyrics put together. Anyway, whatever motivation you have to gatekeep something, I have a question to you. Why do you think that just some random things that cost 10, 20, 50 bucks are more valuable than your presence? And let's talk about what is presence, because it's not only being in the room. You see, you can be present in the room and still be absent in a conversation, which will take all your presence out of the room. That's the confidence that you bring in your room. That's how you present yourself. That's the impact that you leave after you wear in the room. That's the way you listen. That's the intentions you have behind all the words and actions you do or say. In other words, presence is the unspoken language of self-respect. And when people don't gatekeep their presence, I literally have a question. Why do you think the makeup tools, the clothes, the songs are more valuable than you are? Why you don't think that you deserve to also be kept as a little secret, as something so special that not everyone can see, not everyone can have, and not everyone can learn about? You can think that presence is intertwined with your value in terms of, oh, I am valuable if I bring knowledge to the conversation, fun into a conversation, secrets into a conversation. When I am the center of attention, that's the presence. Your value is not defined. Your value is not defined by the level of popularity in the room. You are valuable simply because you exist. And there is nothing else that can change this simple fact. Here are some signs that you are not gatekeeping your presence. And if you have more than 3, honey, we will learn how to gatekeep your presence, because this is so valuable and not everyone deserves to have it. The first sign is that you are saying yes to everything and everyone. And I'm not only talking about not being able to set boundaries. I'm also talking about you saying yes to being someone that you are not around the people that you want to impress, that you want to get validation from. You're oversharing personal details. You're constantly available. You're over-explaining and justifying your boundaries. You allow emotional dumping of other people's on you. You allow other people to perceive you as a free therapist. You do not value your time, not only by saying yes to different plans, but also by staying in conversations that are not interesting to you and that are literally meaningless. You feel guilty prioritizing yourself. You seek validation from others. You do not value your plans and let other people to interrupt them. You tolerate disrespectful behavior. You are over apologizing. When you walk into the room, you're constantly looking around and looking for someone. Unless you are not recognizing your own value and you think that your value is conditional. So if you're gonna do something, then you're gonna be valuable, which is not true. Forget about this, please. First thing you need to understand is that your energy is not infinite. You need to recharge. You can't just go into the room. You can't just go into conversations with people. You can't just allow others to interrupt your plans and let them in your life and give them all of you because you're such a good person and your action speaks about who you are, and then come back to your room and be exhausted because those people, they don't care about you. And those people, they are not filling your cup as well as you fill theirs. Moreover, you can get triggered and can get angry at people who are actually gatekeeping their presence, because why they are not filling my cup with all the energy that I put into theirs? Why it's not reciprocated? Why do you think that all the interactions that you have are so meaningful for other people? Just like you should choose who you want to have as your friend, what conversations you want to have, what things you want to do, what boundaries you have with other people. Just like that, there are other people that think the same way. And if they perceive some conversation when you try to get validation for them as not meaningful, and they're gonna leave that conversation and they are not gonna reciprocate the energy, who do you think is the problem? I am sorry to say this, but it's you, because You are the one trying to get something from them. Please love me. Please let me. Look how smart I am. Look how great I am. Look at me. I want this attention because that means that I am valuable. And they look at you and they're like, okay, that's pretty desperate. I don't think there is anything in here for me. So I'm gonna go. And you sit there and you're like, why? What's wrong with me? I gave you my all and you gave me nothing. Second of all, boundaries are not me, they are necessary. Think about a garden. When you let people into your garden and you let them wander around and look at the beautiful flowers that you are growing there, because you spend time on yourself, you water your garden, you plant new seeds, and you watch them grow. When you let people inside of your garden, there is a path. Your boundaries are not the fence that don't let the people in the garden. The boundary that you speak are the path that you have in the garden. When you say, please, don't walk all over my garden because you're gonna ruin the flowers that I grow, because I spend time on it. Because if you want to enjoy the view, if you want to enjoy this majestic garden, please follow the rules. If not, they should be kicked out of the garden because then they're gonna ruin it. And when you speak up and you say what you want and people walk away, why do you think that's your problem? Just because they cannot distinguish what is path and how to walk there straight, simply because they are, I don't know, like drunk and they can't walk straight, does not mean that that's your problem and that your path is weird and that you have to allow other people walk all over you. And the people that love you, that truly value you as a person in their life, they will want to know your boundaries so they don't ruin anything in that garden. Because think about yourself, when you love someone unconditionally, do you want to do everything just to hurt them? No, you want to know what hurts them so you don't do this because you don't want to be their problem. Next mindset shift that you have to do is to understand that silence is a power move. Privacy is power. What people don't know, they can't ruin. Not everyone deserves to learn all the depth of you. Think about yourself as an ocean, unbounded, wild, bold, deep. There are some people that like mountains, and you have to accept that. There are some people that can't swim, and all they're gonna do is just watch from afar and say, wow, how beautiful, but I can't handle it. And you have to accept that. There are some people who are afraid of depth, so they're gonna go where they feel safe, and that's okay. And you have to respect that because not everyone is able to scuba dive, okay? And if you're gonna pour everything onto people that can't swim, what do you expect from them? Do you expect from them to survive that? So you see, it's not only a power move, it's also a move to show the respect to other people. Not everyone deserves to know the depth of you, and not everyone can handle the depth of you. Oversharing all of the details and making sure that people can relate, or you want to show, hey, I can relate because I've been through the same story, it's not necessary. Sometimes the best thing that you can do is stay silent and listen. And I'm not saying that you have to be so mysterious because you don't talk at all. No, mystery is not about being distant. Mystery is about being selective. You choose what to say. You know what and when to share. Your life is not a secret, but it's private. Just like in the library, there are books that were written thousands of years ago. Not everyone can touch them. Not everyone can get into that section to see those books. And not everyone is interested in them. Not everyone has the access to the most valuable books, to the rarest books in the world. Some people get only to browse the magazine section at the entrance, and that's okay, accept that. Now, if you're afraid to be forgotten because you did not appear at the party, if you're afraid to miss out on anything, I need you to understand that you don't have to be there to prove something. You don't have to be there to get any closure. You don't have to be there to prove your value and to be the center of attention so everyone know how cool you are and how popular and how pretty and how beautiful you are. People know this without it. Simply give people a space for imagination. Let them wonder about you. Most of them, they will not even think about you. And that's okay. You have to accept that. When you select when to come, who to talk to at the parties, what parties do you choose? That speaks something about you. You can't settle for anything just because it's fun, just because it is what it is. You see, your presence in people's lives should be earned. Think about your presence as an exclusive nightclub. Not everyone can get in. Not everyone can get VIP access. And certainly, not everyone can get in for free. So what you can do to gatekeep your presence, simply think about the things that you gatekeep and how you gatekeep them, and think about those things as yourself. Like, hey, my presence, my energy, my aura are so valuable that they are also worth gatekeeping. You can limit your accessibility. No more responding to anyone, literally anyone, after 10 p.m., 12 p.m. You have homework questions, I'm sorry, I'm going to bed. Start from walking away from conversations that are not interesting. And you don't have to be mean to walk away. You don't have to be mean to say no. You can simply say, okay, sorry, I have to go. There are some things that I have to complete. Because when you focus on yourself, when you have goals to accomplish, you suddenly realize that this conversation brings me literally nothing but -5% on my energy scale. Walking away from parties that are not interesting and never going there back again. This is not gonna change, okay? Those things don't change. Learn to hold eye contact. This is so underrated, especially when you are a listener. Hold your eye contact. Not a little bit. Don't stare like a psycho, but make sure that people understand that you are listening to them, that they are valued, and whatever they are saying doesn't go unnoticed. Speak less, listen more, ask good questions. I don't like small talks. I don't like them, and that's me. I understand that some people, they don't enjoy having deeper conversations and they don't enjoy opening up. And for me, I don't need you to open up to me. I just need you to share some perspectives that you have about things around you. And that does not mean that I need to know all of your trauma bonds. But some people don't like it, and I respect that. Okay. But also, this does not mean that I need to tolerate small talks. If I have good questions and I ask you and you cannot hold the conversation, then there is no point in continuing that. Learn how to communicate. There are so many wonderful podcasts, so many wonderful books about how to hold conversations, how to be less awkward, how to be less anxious. Spend some time alone. Learn about yourself, what you are interested in. Dress with intention. Dressing up and being beautiful, and I'm not talking in a way just like physically beautiful. That's also a presence. When you walk into the room with your posture, with your head up, when you can hold the eye contact with people and you smile lightly, when you dress your best, no matter the day. First of all, that's a confidence boost. Second of all, who is this girl? If my eyes wander around, they somehow always come back to her. Don't overshare your goals. Let your results speak. Plan time with yourself. And not in a way, okay, I guess I have nothing to do, so I'm gonna spend time with myself. But in a way, okay, this Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m., I'm spending time with myself. No one can interfere. No one can do anything. This is in my plan. If someone is calling me and saying, hey, there is this crazy thing we can do right now, let's go. No, I have plans. Learn. Fill your cup with knowledge about yourself, about the world, about people and how they behave. Learn about money, learn about behavior and psychology, learn about nutrition and movement and how sleep impacts you. Learn about anything that can make your life better. Learn body language, so when you walk into the room, you see what cues people are giving you and whether they want to communicate with you or not, whether you are forcing them to talk to you or not. And learn about the cues that you can give to people so they know that you are a good listener. And exit drama and gossip. People that like to talk about this, just know that their life is so boring that they have nothing else to talk about. So why would you even communicate with such people that have literally nothing else to say? You have to understand, not every party needs you. Not every question needs your answer. Not every comment needs your answer. And not every message requires you at your phone right now. The value lays within you, and there is no conditions that can define your value. So stop thinking about any interactions with people as a way to show how valuable you are. People that want to see your value, they will. People that don't see your value will never notice that, no matter how much you try. Your energy is not infinite, so please take care of it, because if you won't take care of yourself, no one will. Don't forget to be awesome, and don't forget to keep your presence. Bye.